Right, so I was walking in here, and just as I was crossing the traffic lights, there's this woman in front of me, and she was carrying shopping, and she was letting massive rippers off as she was coming down the road. I thought she was trailing her feet, and the noise was coming from her feet. I had to move around.
She thought she was safe, eh?
I had to walk onto the road and, get away from that shit. So
Just
that's my story.
walking into oncoming traffic to get away from the smell.
Dirty bitch, like. She thought no one was behind her, like. She thought no one was behind her, and then I came up the side and she was like, oh,
it's like Mario Kart, whenever they throw the bananas behind you, she seen you coming and was like, have a few of them. Anyway, how's it going, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Here's the Craic podcast, getting stuck right in
and
with...
You've never listened before, we do apologise.
Sorry.
we tutors.
We'll toot right into Stranger Startling. Let's go.
Here we go.
We have been discussing amongst ourselves, obviously, recently about things that we can do to improve our health and stuff. And I was doing some research into a few bits and pieces this week. And I came across some, I hate calling it this, self-help, more like just self-improvement stuff.
Right, same thing.
So I came across this. Working on puzzles reinforces connections between brain cells, improves mental speed, and is an effective way to improve short-term memory. Puzzles, or riddles, also increase the production of dopamine, a chemical that regulates mood, memory, and concentration. Dopamine is released with every success as we solve the puzzle or riddle. So, with this being said, I have been dabbling in the world of riddles, and I thought I would bring a few to test you guys. So, we'll do a bit of a warm-up, something very simple, something very... just to get you slid in there. So, going to say a few riddles. First to come up with the answer wins. What can go up a chimney, down, but can't go down a chimney up?
What? Say that
What
again.
can go up a chimney down, but can't go down a chimney up?
What can go up a chimney down? There's importance in the word
Is it
up
smoke?
down.
Is it smoke?
My first thought was smoke, but up or down. So
Oh, wait.
chimney sweep, is it?
Wait. Can I make a guess?
Yeah.
Umbrella.
Yes. So it can go up a chimney when it's down, but it can't go down the chimney when it's up.
Why did you not say it like that, though? He said it's so, weird.
I know, but it's up to you to engage your brain and hear what I'm saying. Anyway, you'll get a second try. Don't
I
worry.
engaged
Don't throw
my
the dummies
brain.
out of the pram. What gets wet while drying?
tall.
Fucking hell.
Do you want me to read that any differently, or do you have enough to take the
That
L
was
on that?
the correct way of reading that.
What can you hold in your right hand but never in your left? What can you hold in your right hand but never in your left?
Your left hand.
Correct.
Bang.
That's one
Whoa.
each. Let's go. What can travel all around the world without leaving its corner? What can travel all around the world without leaving its corner?
Wow.
We have a text answer
Detention.
A page.
Nope.
without leaving its corner.
Yep.
It's something that just sits in a corner because it travels
about it.
around the world. The world moves now.
It actually goes round the world, but it never leaves its corner. When you think about it, it's...
A triangle.
A triangle. What?
Pocket square.
Do you want the answer?
Yeah.
It's a stamp.
Oh.
So that was a couple of warm-up ones. These are a couple of hard ones, right?
They were hard.
They're... sorry. So these are the hard ones. So I think it's three. It's one each. 2 in a corner, 1 in a room, 0 in a house, but 1 in a shelter. What am I?
Can you say it again?
2 in a corner, 1 in a room, 0 in a house, but 1 in a shelter. What am I?
Letter R.
Yep. Well done.
Wow.
You. Bing bang.
Here's another one for you. A plane crashed between the border of France and Belgium. Where were the survivors buried?
There was none.
The survivors don't get buried. Survivors continue on living without being buried alive.
I don't know who to give that to because
Aaron, you said
Yeah,
there was
you
none.
elaborated on.
If I'd have had time.
You were on the right track.
If I had
but
time not that instead of someone jumping in, I probably would have got the win.
Here, this is a buzzing zone, please.
The person who makes it has no need of it. The person who buys it has no use for it. The person who uses it can neither see nor feel it. What is it?
Gas.
Nope. The person who makes it has no need of it. The person who buys it has no use for it. The person who uses it can neither see nor feel it. What is it?
Electric.
No. Think physical.
Love.
Nope.
Wow. You can buy love. What the fuck is this?
It's game show music.
Give me a copy of it.
I feel like I should have done the countdown.
Repeat it again.
The person who makes it has no need of it. The person who buys it has no use for it. The person who uses it can neither see nor feel it. What is it?
Can't see or feel.
Jeez.
Light, is it? No.
No,
Love.
it's something physical.
Oh.
Water.
No.
Is it like a liquid or a solid
It's
object?
something physical.
Is it like a gas?
It's a physical thing you buy for a reason.
a card.
Can you give us a clue?
It's a thing you buy for a certain life event.
A birthday card or card?
No.
I'm on the right track. Present.
What?
It's a life event, so you're on the right track.
A ring. Anniversary.
Think less happy time life event.
A coffin.
Bingo.
Wow.
Shit.
Jesus.
Have you ever done light entertainment before?
My God.
What belongs to you, but everyone else uses it?
Time.
Nope.
Your ears.
No. What belongs to you, but everyone else uses it? You would
Patience.
use it. You would use it sometimes yourself, but majority of the time, other people use it. But it belongs to you.
Jesus. Your
Your
car.
eyes. No.
No, it's not a physical thing.
Your emotions.
No.
Energy.
Nope.
Your words.
Willingness to live.
Nope.
Oh.
Let me know when you want the answer.
Say it again.
Money.
What belongs to you, but everyone else uses it?
Is it money?
No.
Belongs to you.
And it's a concept
It's
rather than
illegal. It's a legal thing in which you own.
Is it
It's
a
not a
house? No?
physical thing. It could be on a piece. It more crops up on a piece of paper, or people would. It would
you
come
own
up-
it, but other people use it.
Yeah.
Insurance? No.
No. Happy to move on.
Yeah.
It's your name.
Oh, you.
Wow.
Yeah. Here's the last one.
Oh my God.
2 fathers and 2 sons are in a car, yet there are only 3 people in the car. How is this possible?
It's granddad.
Yeah.
Yep. Granddad, father, and
Quick.
son. Fair play.
Man.
Yeah, fair.
Oh, my
I
boy.
believe that round is drew to everyone, actually. Everyone got 2 right there.
Oh, shit.
Yep. I don't have a tiebreaker, so
I thought I
we
had
may
3.
move on. But anyway.
Everybody wins.
So I thought that would be a good wee thing to do for Strange and Startling, because apparently if you're ever stuck in a rut, or if you feel a little bit like, say, you're a bit in a conundrum from work, apparently simple things like doing riddles can help free your mind. So
I
here,
feel free. Yeah.
Ross's positivity for early January. Start the year off right. But anyway, who's up next for Strange and Startling? What else has been going on?
Is it me?
It is you.
I have a wee story. So
Story time with
just let me know what you think of it.
Story in Ballamore.
It's sort of you could say it's a riddle. You know what? I'm gonna just seeing as you've done a riddle, right? So this guy, Robert Liston, he was a surgeon in the 1800s, and he performed an operation with a 300% mortality rate.
What's that mean? Sorry.
So a 300% mortality rate. So he performed an operation and 3 people died. Instead of saving the patient, he killed 3 people.
Right,
How was
okay.
this possible?
Say it again.
He performed an operation on a patient which had a 300% mortality rate. How was this possible? So he basically killed 3 people.
Am I right in saying you said this was in the sort of
He
Victorian times?
killed 3 people.
1800s.
1800s.
He killed
but,
3 people with one operation.
Yeah.
Was it pregnancy one?
Yeah.
By any chance, This is a wild guess. But it was Victorian times. In Victorian times, people paid to see operations. By any chance were 3 people so shocked by what they saw they had a heart attack and died?
You are very close.
Oh my god.
So Liston was renowned for being one of the fastest surgeons alive, which at the time was a very good thing. Anesthesia, as we know it, didn't exist, so patients were awake for the entire procedure. Meaning the shorter it was, the better. Liston was performing a leg amputation, but worked so fast that it accidentally cut off 2 fingers on his assistant's hand. Both the patient and assistant died of gangrene, most likely due to the saw being unclean. What about the third death, though? Well, doctors and other spectators would often watch these surgeries from the gallery, which was much more close and personal than medical galleries today. During the procedure, Liston accidentally swiped near an elderly doctor with a blade, slicing the fabric of the doctor's suit coat. Thinking he had been cut open, the doctor went into shock and died of the subsequent heart attack. Thus, 3 people died during this operation.
Jesus.
That meant to save 1 life.
Sorry, did you say this guy was well renowned for being good because he was so
He was
fast?
renowned for being the fastest.
I would be
because-
staying well away from him. Look.
Well, you wouldn't. I'm sure after that, people had a bit of a cop on and were like, "Fuck this! Like, this isn't working."
This
Like.
boy just flipping winging
Killing
saws
all,
around him.
killing all around.
Edward Scissorhands.
There we go. There we go. That was an interesting one, actually.
Here, with your wee riddles.
History with Shay. Love it. What riddles do you have for us this week, Tommy?
Just got an arm of the asshole.
Yeah, you are.
That's so funny.
Even am I the asshole?
Yeah.
I can't believe we haven't made that.
Are we
joke
not
yet.
like 2 segments short here?
We're not doing
Too
the
soon.
Royal Mail thing.
Yeah.
too soon, Junior?
Don't start that segment yet, Ard.
Right. Yeah. So the is it Mr. Bates' post office or something?
Yeah, Mr. Bates versus the post office.
Yeah. So I'm sure everyone's been talking about this at the minute. It's this ITV show based on true events of the post office. So
Okay.
basically, what happened is the post office brought in this like computer system and all like the post office branches on the
Horizon.
Horizon, yeah, and Fujitsu made it. And it was basically like the shop owners had to like fill in all their like transactions on it and all. But and then it became a problem when people were like, at the end of the day, like doing the till, it was saying the till was under like owed like crazy amounts of money.
Yeah.
So like this started building up, and in the contract it basically says like you're responsible for your own shop. So like if you owe money, like it's up to you to like sort it out, or like you lose the shop and you have to go to court, and you're seen as like you're stealing.
My days.
off
That's
the
something
people.
I didn't realize. It's like post office are like franchises, and like people buy into that. So it's actually their business, but they're just operating under the post office's name.
This program's recent, yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Right.
only
A couple
been
weeks
out,
ago.
right? Yeah, a couple of weeks. So, and then basically what was happening was like these people were getting in crazy debt,
Right.
and like they're like everyone was ringing up being like, "What the fuck's going on? Like something's wrong with my system. Like I haven't took any money, I haven't done anything wrong, but it's saying I'm like £2,000, 20 grand, like crazy money, like."
Yeah.
And the call center was like, "Oh, no one else is having a problem." So basically, the whole show was about like it started like going through different people's stories, and like everyone's told, "Oh, no one else is having this problem," but then this basically like, what would you call it? Like what was the name of it?
But they're all sort
a-
of. Well, the help desk from Horizon were saying that no one's had the same problem, but then people sort of, or your guy Mr. Bates had sort of tried to make people. Obviously, this is a time before the likes of Facebook and all that. Like this was like 20 years ago.
No, it wasn't.
It was early 2000s, was it
It
not?
was like 2000. Yeah, well,
It
was
all,
when it
like
started,
it all started in the year 2000, but it
Oh,
didn't
right.
end
Yeah.
until
But
2015.
it's not like now, you know, you could put something up on Facebook and then people might start like seeing this and be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen such and such," like it
Yeah.
would trend or anything. Like, so your boy, I think, tried to start making groups and shit, like, and ringing other post offices and stuff, and seeing did anyone else have the same issue, but couldn't find anyone. And then how was it they met each other then?
It was basically like a couple of people like pleaded guilty because they were freaking
Yeah.
out and they didn't know what was happening. Some people went to jail,
But
and it was seen.
pleading guilty for stealing money that they didn't
Yeah.
steal.
See, it
'cause
was
they
an
were
alternative option to you'd either plead guilty or 14, 20 accounts of like improper accounting or something.
No, they didn't plead guilty to stealing.
Yeah.
It was they were being taken to court for stealing, but they were willing to settle for 14 counts of improper accounting, which
Yeah.
isn't as bad
Ah, right.
as stealing. So you'll get a lesser sentence.
So it's like your stereotypical show, like if you try to sling this along, you could face 25 years in jail, but if you
Yeah.
plead to this, you'll only get 5. So they're taking the
Basically,
better
it wasn't
option.
as dramatic as that, but
Yeah.
basically, usually they spent under a year in jail.
Yeah, like one of the guys in the show went to jail for 8 months and spent like his 50th birthday in jail.
Right.
Mad.
There was
But it was really bad. Like people were like committing suicide and stuff, and people
Oh
were
my
having to like
God.
remortgage their houses and all. The show it just makes you so angry at the Royal Mail. Like it's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
disgusting. If you watch it, it's
I
heartbreaking.
haven't
like.
watched it yet. No.
You should watch it. It's good.
Yeah.
The acting in it's really good. Like
Post office.
So this is
Royal
this,
Mail and post office are two separate
They
oh,
are.
post office. Sorry,
businesses.
are they not owned by them?
No, I
Not
thought,
anymore.
I didn't
No.
know that. No.
so it's
Until
the,
recently.
this is the post office we're talking about here.
This
Yeah,
is the
post office.
post office,
Okay.
which is Post Office Limited, and it is separate to Royal Mail.
And this is a
Just to
real.
clear that up.
This is a real. This
This
is a
happened.
real.
Like it's a true story, but
Oh
now
my-
like everyone's cracking up because
but it's like a
basically this-
drama.
Yeah, but
It's like a reenactment.
Oh, right.
it's based on true people. Like true
It's
story.
well done though. Like it is. It's very well done. It's like you'll know a lot of the actors, like UK actors. There's some people in is it Coronation Street? or
You're by
something?
you're by Mr. Bates is you're by where the like Civil War in the computer, and he's in
Oh, he was in Indiana Jones, the recent Indiana Jones.
and he's in the first Captain America.
Yes.
The
That,
sci- the
that dude's in
scientist guy.
everything.
Yeah.
He's
His wife in
in
EastEnders or something.
Yeah,
He played his wife in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
she's
so-
in Coronation Street.
Oh, Coronation Street.
What is the relevance now?
So it's basically about like they all go to take them to court and all and get a settlement, but like some of them people paid like 30-40 grand back to their post office, and like they
fees.
got like 20 grand back each.
Yeah. I think they won like 54
and it's not
million.
everybody.
Yeah,
That's something to bear in
500
mind. It's not
555 people.
900 people were prosecuted between.
Yeah.
900 people were prosecuted between the years 2000 and 2015 because of the faulty Horizon software. 60 people have died before receiving any compensation or
Mental.
their sort of prosecution being overturned. And because they're dead, there's no legal way to actually overturn.
So post office just keep that money.
That was the
At the
other
minute,
thing.
yes, the
They
post
said
office-
that they were like, someone had looked into it and they're like, where's this money gone that I've paid back? So some people paid like 38 million and all that there. And one of the women, she was like questioning, she was like, what did you do with this money? Where is it? And they found out that post offices just put it into like an account, but after a couple of years, that money, because it hadn't been claimed by anyone, just went into the post office profits
Yeah.
and was
The money that the post office made from putting 900 people in jail was put towards their bonuses.
Yeah, because they've got these crazy profits then, so then they were all paid out bonuses for doing so
That's what I
well.
was going to ask. It's surely common. Obviously, if there's an accounting error on like the system side, obviously, like it's tough to know. Because obviously, working like I worked for an organization who had hundreds of shops. So if you're seeing that on the actual ground, you're probably like, oh shit, this is weird. But like surely once it like gets escalated and it goes up to like head office, they're going, where's all this money coming from?
But the lawyers were literally going like, "This is your responsibility. It's in your contract." Like it's brutal. Like they're literally like, "I don't know what I'm doing." Like there's real like heartbreaking scenes in it. Like there's one your blonde girl. Don't know who the actress is, but like she's like proper crying and all, like going home to her husband and her mum being like, "I don't know what I'm doing wrong," and they're just like, "Well, it's your responsibility."
And the thing is, it's in the early 2000s when computer literacy was fairly
Yeah.
low, especially for people who would be owning and running post offices. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
were maybe 40 by this stage, and this is the early 2000s. So, you know, personal computing wasn't exactly massive. So they didn't really. A lot of them just thought, well, this is my fault because I don't really know how to use a computer. So a lot of them actually just accepted the fact that they were to blame, and they didn't know why.
the post office didn't also investigate whether there was an issue with the system.
No, they never did. Not once.
So what are they doing now?
At the minute,
Has this? I take it. Is this like sparks?
Everyone's
like
fucking fuming now because they're just like, "Why is this only coming to light now?"
it hasn't only came to light now, which is the big sort of like.
But
thing
like
that-
it's only
It was
becoming
kept quite
as bigger
hush-hush,
deal
like,
now
yeah.
because of the TV show. Like,
Yeah, well, the only reason politicians are doing it is because there's a big, massive TV show about it, and it's an election year.
Aaron's like cheeky boys. We see you.
Computer Weekly created an article about it in 2009, and Private Eye magazine, which is headed by Ian Hislop from is it Have I Got News for You? First posted about it in 2011 on their
So it's
magazine. And
been
as
on
far
the
as I know,
radar.
actually, Private Eye magazine has ran an article about it in every single issue since 2011 until now.
It was like was it 2013 the settled?
No, it was in 2019.
2000 like a mental.
So it's been a known issue, but it's took this program to proper like spiral it into like
Yeah.
obviously mainstream media.
Would you like to know what they're planning on doing to
Yes.
settle this? Now,
I wanna know
they
what's going
haven't
on
got
next.
to a resolution in terms of Fujitsu and Post Office Limited yet, because that's not something they can just go bang. But on the 10th of January, the UK government announced that it was going to launch new legislation to exonerate wrongfully convicted post office branch managers, and there would be an upfront payment of £75,000 each to them. That is coming from public purse, so that is coming from taxpayer money.
Right.
But that is compensation of them going to court and then being found not guilty, or being found guilty and then later on being found not guilty. So that is a standard thing that happens anyway. They are then planning on suing Post Office Limited £100 million because of all the extra bonuses and stuff they got off the money they shouldn't have had. It turns out they did their taxes wrong, which means they now owe HMRC £100 million. Now, they don't know exactly what they're going to do to punish Fujitsu and the post office, but there is talk around the political sort of circles at the minute that they are both going to be sued by the British government for £1 million for every person that was wrongfully convicted.
Fuck.
And there was
Right.
900 people.
I think we'll move on to community crack.
Here we go.
We've also been talking about some things in the news, and I felt like I would hijack this week's community crack for some Northern Ireland breaking news today. So by the time this podcast goes out, things may have changed. I don't know. But I was reading an article today that the Met Office has said there will be several centimetres of snow on the cards for Wednesday into Thursday. As in, when you're listening to this podcast right now,
You should be
You're gonna
tucked
be
up in bed in the
Snowed
snow.
depending
with a
on
cup of hot cocoa.
depending on the plans the man above has had, you may have snow. You may be waking up to snow. I don't know. I can't. I can trust the Met Office, but also this coincides. This period of very cold weather and potential slippery roads also coincides with several hundred road service workers expected to take strike action from Thursday
Slippy roads.
into Thursday. So if you're listening to this right now and you're maybe thinking, I'll work from the office today, and you look outside and it's white, rethink what you're about to do, because you could go for a little skid. But yeah, basically several hundred road service workers are expected to take part in a strike action. Now there's obviously, we're recording this on a Monday, this will go out on a Thursday, so there's a few days between this, but I thought it was worth discussing this on Community Crack because the roads do be slippy. Me and Aaron were out this morning. We had to take Aaron's car because my car, I walked out of the house and I was like, what is this? Completely frozen over. But obviously, people, if you're listening to this right now and you're driving, take care. I mean, you could wake up on Thursday and it could be blistering sunshine, but here, I'll trust the Met Office.
I've always wondered, do the gritter drivers do anything else during the year, or do they just drive the gritters and not stay in for
I
the
would
year?
say they're part of like the Department of Infrastructure or something, or whatever, the road
they're
service.
not
So I'd
just
say they do a lot of
pulled out.
other stuff. Like I'd say there's people who drive gritters and there's people who go in and fill potholes, even though there's a ton of them in the country. But
Yeah, there's no pothole filled down Norway. Fucking cad.
But yeah, I was actually saying this to Aaron the other day. There's a road just outside of Ballymena, and there was a massive pothole on it. I mean, this boy was huge. You'd lose your car down in it, like. And
You lost Aaron in it. Pushed him
I was
out the
driving
door.
around it one. I kind of know because it's on the back, one of the back roads I would go when I'm visiting my sister and going like back home, and it's a wee country road, but like people fly up it like. But I know where it's at, so I kind of know to avoid it. Me and him were coming up it the other day on the way home from golf, and I was saying to him, a couple of weeks ago, I was driving down the road, and the person who owns the house in front of the pothole thought, well, I'm going to stop people driving into this pothole, which, by the way, is in the middle of the lane.
Yeah.
So they put a massive tyre out round the pothole to cover the pothole.
Jesus.
And I was like, in what world do you think? Because I was driving down the road one day and I went, is that a Badger? That's a tyre. And had to go right the opposite side of the road.
At night time.
But I'm sitting thinking,
A black tyre at
I'm,
night time.
yeah, I'm sitting thinking, like, I'd rather go into a pothole and potentially muck up a wheel
Than
than
fucking drive
drive
into a
straight into a tyre. Like.
But you can claim back off the government if
Yeah.
they damage your car.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're bastards, though. Hey. They make you pay for it first. So if you rack
Yep.
the car, like if you rack the fucking wheel, I did it in my car. I racked the wheel, rim and all, and then suspension all was gone, and I had to pay for it before. But I was like, fuck that, I can't pay for that. I was like 300-400 quid, so just bought a new car.
It's a it's a typical scenario. It's a typical scenario with them things where they make it so not worth your while.
Yeah,
That it's like,
And
I
the-
could not be asked with this.
the paperwork.
Aye.
It's
100%.
fucking
And then they make you go right
like-
and take a picture of the pothole and measure it.
Aye, and then a picture of all the damage that is done on your car. But if you've already got a fixture, what do you take?
A fella I used to work with in Carfin Warehouse was so scunnered by the whole thing, and they were like, please can you go and like put like measure it, like show us how deep the pothole is. So whenever he was driving out from work, he lifted like a Lucasade bottle, just put it in the pothole, was like, that's how big it is. And they were like, hi, could you please use an appropriate form of measurement? And like you could genuinely see like the pothole was like up to here. And they were like, no, we can't accept that. And you're like, just like fix the roads.
Did you know if they have marked it with spray, yellow spray, they won't pay you out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Fucking
It's mad,
ridiculous.
like.
The pothole's still there, like.
Yeah. But anyway.
Should have seen the yellow.
Yeah.
Paid a man with the spray to come out. Instead of paying someone to come out and fix it.
They see
Did
a
you
claim.
not see
They
that,
see,
Travis?
they see a claim coming in, and they're like, "Get Jerry out with that yellow paint now! Hey, we need our
They
asses
probably
covered."
pay Jerry about 300 quid per pothole just to spray it.
But no, I just thought I'd put that on everybody's radar. Obviously, if it is Thursday and it's slippy, be careful while you're
Drive
driving.
safe, guys.
I wouldn't want anybody to crash the car while listening to this podcast. Let it be the
You
last
could,
thing
you
that
could
you
make
hear.
a bit of money going around taking pictures of potholes for people.
Exactly.
Create a website,
selling them like on the dark web. I've got this real good fucking real deep pothole.
Deep pothole.
Up
But
the North
anyway,
Coast.
moving on to Am I the Asshole?
Here we go.
Am I the asshole for telling my brother that this is not my problem? My daughter and my niece both started high school this year. They both attend the best high school in our town. My daughter is extremely smart and very popular at school. She is friends with almost everyone in her class. My niece...
Your daughters are so class.
You're so good, aren't you?
These are so mature. My niece, on the other hand, is not that smart. She struggles with simple tasks and she has no friends.
This guy already.
They're the asshole.
I sense tension. A few days ago, my brother called me and asked me to change my daughter's school because kids have been making fun of my niece and calling her the stupid one, while they all call my daughter the smart one. He claims that his daughter never had this kind of problem, and it started when my daughter started to attend the same school as her because everyone is comparing them now since they are cousins. He also claims that it's also my daughter's fault because the kids who do this are her friends. I told him that I'm not changing my daughter's school and this is not my problem. My daughter is friends with almost everyone and she can't be expected to control everyone's actions. Also, since my daughter is very clearly smarter and is thriving in the school while his daughter is struggling, and also because his daughter doesn't have any friends there anyway, she should be the one to go to a new school. He thinks I'm being an asshole.
His daughter is omnipotent. She is the daughter. Like.
What does that mean?
Omnipotent.
So,
the best.
The brother,
The one and only.
the brother owns the child that's
The brother owns
stupid.
the child. What sort of fucking...
The brother
what's
has,
going on here?
The
Ross?
brother has the child that's stupid.
Don't know what goes up
Brother is
on
with
in
child.
Ballymena.
No, the brother's
The
child
brother
is
has the stupid child.
the quote unquote stupid one. No one's stupid.
Well, this woman
It's a
makes it
minor
ever.
And then
It's such a like.
so the brother's
fucking
rung up
smug
and
parent thing. My daughter is clearly smart and has loads of friends.
so the brothers basically rang up and
popular.
went, the best way for me to solve my situation with my quote unquote stupid daughter is for your daughter to move school, but that doesn't eliminate the problem.
No,
The
I
bully-
agree
the
with what
bullies
your
are
woman
still there.
said. I'm just like, she's got the problem. Move her.
Yeah.
Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Like,
not-
everyone. Her daughter's happy. She's friends in the school. She's doing well.
Yeah.
And you're gonna expect the man to take her out of the school, like. Ridiculous.
No, that's yeah.
The guy's the
Ridiculous.
asshole. The mum seems a bit fucking mental, but the guy's the asshole.
I feel sorry for the dad because obviously, like, it's not nice knowing that your child's getting the piss taken out of them, but at the same time, you can't be, you need to look at it logically.
Hit the books.
There's
Hit the
better
books,
ways
kid.
to deal with that.
You should have a word with the kid and say, look, your cousin's getting bullied, it's your friend's doing it,
Right.
sort things
She's
out.
thriving. Don't be
Oh, no,
dragging
wait,
her
sorry,
down.
she wouldn't stoop to that level. Fuck
Fucking
that.
hell. I'd
Not
be
my
speaking
child.
to the child like, fuck, you need to get your finger out.
You need to start bullying missus.
Enough of this crying. Fucking get your
Grades.
shit, get your shit together.
My daughter doesn't have time. She's too busy shitting out gold.
Cue the
Look at those
Rocky.
golden eggs.
All right, hen.
I've got one. Am I the asshole for asking my stepbrother to stay away this weekend? It's my birthday this weekend. This is a 19-year-old female, by the way. It's my birthday this weekend.
What are you doing, step bro?
Step bro.
Step bro, I'm stuck.
What did you expect to happen here?
It's my birthday weekend, and my party is I'm looking at present.
Birthday step bro.
It's my,
Looking at present.
no, I was joking. It's
Oh,
my
you fucker.
it's my birthday this weekend, and my party is essentially having some of my best friends stay with my family and I. My stepbrother Lee lives in college but comes home at the weekends usually. I live with my parents.
Step bro.
I live with my parents while I'm working and going to school online. The thing is, I don't want him here. He has issues with his speech, and I try to be accommodating and understanding. The problem is
Stuck in your words, step bro.
the problem is my friends always start having sympathy for him, and it takes away from my time with them. It's also embarrassing. While he's stammering or taking a few seconds to figure out what he wants to say, everything gets super awkward and weird. Even though my friends are all like, oh, poor guy, they also said it makes them feel a little bit awkward because there are so many times that he takes a pause. I asked him if this weekend he could stay at college. He asked what about our dinner with our family and friends and our parents, and I told him not to come. He and I can go out for dinner with our parents some other time. He hasn't come home, and my parents started asking why. I told them about our agreement, and they got upset. They called Lee and said he can come home, but Lee said he's kind of mad at me and doesn't want to cause a fuss. So now everyone's mad at me. I kind of feel like the asshole. So am I? I think yes,
He is the asshole.
she is the asshole because it's his home, and you've pretty much barred him from his own home because of his something he can't control.
Yeah, fuck her.
Fucking
So,
hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Fucking cover him up.
Yeah,
Family's
exactly.
going out for dinner. You stay away, disabled boy. You know what I mean? That's what's happened.
Yeah, it's not nice, and you are the
She's
asshole.
definitely the asshole there. Like.
That's definitely going to be a clip.
Yeah,
Shame on that woman.
shame on you. But anyway, we'll end that there. And yeah, we'll skip question time this week because we've got a guest coming in. Exciting! Won't be out for another few weeks though, so you're gonna have to wait. But anyway, we will see you in the next one. Good luck.
Good luck.
Bye bye.